Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Tuesday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this classic microphonic device. And right out of the gate, Master Blaster. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that, my friend. We'll stack that up if any more come for some push-ups. Really appreciate the support. Very kind of you indeed. And let's see here. We've got Steele Johnson is here. Steve LaPointe is with us. A lot of good folks with us tonight. We're going to get into the comments here from Edward Morgan says, be greedy. Yes, indeed. All right, there we go. At times like that, a good opportunity to buy for sure. And Andrew Wachsner, there's only one word to describe the stock market today. That word is Trump. Well, indeed, and today as well, too. There's nervousness because of those tariffs, so I think there is some legitimacy to that, for sure. The markets are nervous, although I would look at it as sort of the detox period. I think some of this stuff with the tariffs may end up benefiting us, but it's going to take a while to see it. But good to see you guys. Welcome, one and all. I'm glad you're here with us today. I'm curious what the markets are doing. They've just opened up in Asia right now, and look at that. Silver has broken 33 bucks. Look at that, $33. Right flat even with no movement at all. The markets have just opened here. And so $33, will it stay? Will it stick? We shall see. We'll find out. We may check that later in the evening and see how it moves. But good to see you guys. Richard Metcalf is here. Mark Bernard. We have a lot of good folks with us tonight. And we also have Russian, I think that's Russian, Reebnab. Bought 3.11 gram coin and 1 gram gold bar. Very good. At least it is something. That's exactly right. Lives in Ukraine. It's a good result if you buy it here every month. Congratulations. That is good. Congratulations, sir, on that purchase. That's awesome. Every little bit helps. You're doing a good thing. That's for sure. Thank you. All right, it's probably late over there. Be safe. Yes, indeed. Stay safe over there. And Silver Shelby Stacker is with us tonight. Good to see Paul Tissue. Jeff Reynolds is here. You guys are awesome. Very good. And have you ever seen silver crystals grow in a silver cell? Actually, there is a member of this community who has shown that stuff, and it's really fascinating. So I have seen that before. It's pretty cool. The Sporting Center one, who's been commenting more recently on the videos, and I really appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. Steele Johnson puts his prediction of gold breaking 3K again in the next 2 months. All right. I could see that happening. I'll tell you what, this pace, I would not be surprised. You very well may be right. It may happen. All right. Thank you, Silver Shelby. Having a good day. Yes, indeed. And James is watching us from the great state of Kentucky. Here comes a scammer. Let's take a scammer call. A little early on, but we'll take it. Hello.
Jim?
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. How's it going? I'm talking on behalf of Rich and JJ.
Oh, hi, Rich and JJ. Yes, on behalf of them. So the third wheel. How you doing?
That's right. How's it going today?
I'm doing well. Can I get a loan from my business? Is that possible? Can we make that happen?
Nah. Business and another one in your house. So I'll tell you what. I'll give you a Big Mac and a Happy Meal. That's about it. That's all I can do for you.
Can we do a It's very unusual to get them both together at the same time. So you'll be able to make that happen?
Probably. I mean, it depends. Are we in Pacific or are we in the Central Time Zone?
Louisiana, wherever that is. So let's do this. If we can somehow combine the two, or have squeeze me out a Happy Meal and then buy the Big Mac on top of that, you've got a deal. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand where I'm coming from here?
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, it depends.
Does it depend on the undergarment? Does it depend on the undergarment?
Well, it depends, If, you're going to the store to buy 3 oranges and they're $1 each, what color is the sun that morning, I don't know.
It's orange, just like the oranges. I've answered that query. That's it. Yeah.
It depends. It depends where in the northern or the southern hemisphere.
And if they use red dye the red dye, because sometimes that red dye can affect the color of the oranges and can become more orangey. You know what I mean? Who's behind you there? There's a lady behind you there talking. Can you?
Oh, that's the UPS guy. The UPS guy. He's got the Happy Meal for you.
Put the UPS guy on the phone. I want to talk to him.
I think he actually just left. I think he scared him away, man.
There's a lady. I hear a lady in there somewhere. There's a lady there. I need to speak to the lady.
Definitely not a lady. Yo, JJ, you said you're a lady, man.
JJ.
Yeah, you calling JJ a lady, man?
Is JJ Dynamite? Ask JJ if he's Dynamite. Can you do that for me? Can you do that solid for me?
He's actually talking to the UPS guy right now.
Okay, you said the UPS guy was gone. You earlier just said the UPS guy was gone.
Real quick, let me put you on hold for 1 second.
Well, I've got other things to do here. I tell you what, call me back on Friday at 6:10. Call me back on Friday at 6:10. Call me back on Friday at 6:10, okay? I'll talk to you Friday at 6:10 p.m.
How about today at 6:06?
No. We're already on the phone at 6:06. 6:10.
6:06. No, it's 6:05. What are you talking about?
Okay, let's do that at 6:06 on Friday. 6:10 on Friday. Okay? You talk to the UPS girl, and I'll talk to you later, okay? It's Friday.
Yes, girl, actually. Yeah, okay. Let me get the Big Mac Happy Meal.
Okay, thank you. Big Mac Happy Meal. Okay, bye-bye. Take care.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. Anyways, all right, guys. Very good. All right. Let's see here. He ain't coming back. You might be surprised, nickel stacking. That guy's been calling me. There's been 2 days where he hasn't called, but now he's calling. He's calling. Very good. All right. Salutations to JM Unleashed. A constitutional stacker is here. Welcome, one and all. Good to see you guys. We are expecting some other calls to come about 6:15, but we're gonna dip in and out of the markets tonight too. So you guys appreciate your patience sticking with me here. And I had to defend myself from more cries of racism. Apparently, Sal's a racist, folks. Somebody else made a couple of long comments, and I had to respond to them separately. But anyways, don't call him president, call him resident. Now's the time to revoke lease. All right. Well, he was duly elected, but I digress. And by popular vote as well. We've not seen that from a Republican since 2004, I think was the last time. 20 years earlier. So that's actually pretty good. Eli, I really feel that the market has been overly inflated for years through all the reckless spending, and now we're just going through a short-term trimming away from excess baggage. And it's like the diet in the beginning, it can be challenging and difficult, but in the long run, it'd be good for you. Exactly right. The Doge cuts and everything, if we can reform our tax system, then, and maybe taxation through tariff rather than income tax, then that would be great. There's been talk of that, but that's going to be a long road to get there. But yes, indeed. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. And we've got this, of course, these scammers, these comments, they're pretty clever, but we like to get rid of them. It's very easy to tell by looking at the profile picture that they're scammers. All right, let's see here. I'm going to out you, but people know I'm a black, trans, lesbian, asexual. That's right. Yes, indeed. That's me. That's what I identify as. That's for sure. Dutch, keep selling folks above 30 and look to buy back in the low 20s later this year. Yes, indeed. Exactly. All right. We're not going to take the call. Same guy. We're going to get our other scammers to call us. We need to talk to some new blood here. Mrs. West Texas Stacker is here. New stacker. New stacker from this morning, right? Very good. All right, let's see here. And we've got this. I'm surprised gold and silver were down a little bit today. They should have skyrocketed. Yep, I know. And they actually did recover fairly well today. I'm not surprised they dropped yesterday. I thought they would have continued to drop today. Crash stock market. Crash stock market crash. Here we go. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, and it's going down. It's going down. It's still continuing to go down. Bill Arrington says almost everything down today. Crypto's hit hard too. One little word, recession, big impact. We very well could see a recession. But you think about how things are organizing or what's happening. Like I heard that the GDP drop was largely due to gold coming into the country. That a lot of that gold impacted the GDP growth. But I'm sure there's other factors. We have to look at it pretty closely. But there is going to be an upset in the markets for sure as we do this. But Jack the Doe says Trump is making America great again. Yes, indeed he is. Canadian Stacker, Salivate, do you think the reason gold and silver fell in price was to cover investors' losses in the markets and on Wall Street? If so, stocks fall and the precious metal will be liquidated to shore up cash reserves. I do think that is part of it. Yes, I do. Isn't it? Maybe a depression. I hope not. I don't think it's going to be a depression. But I do think we very well could see a recession. David says, one word that describes U.S. market today is Trump. Yep, answered that before. That's true. Upsetting the apple cart. Just like Doge is. But it's got to happen. We've got to go through this. We've got we gotta cut spending. We've got to bring jobs back to the United States. That's the purpose of the tariffs, and we've got to. In fact, it's already happening. There's already, I think, $1 trillion worth of investment in the United States. Auto dealers, the biggest chip maker in the world, I think, coming out of Taiwan, going to be doing business in the United States. It's good stuff, but it's going to take a while to show itself. You know what I mean? And we're going to feel a little bit of pain in the medium. But Trump's got to be careful with how he does it. We don't want to get into a depression, that's for sure. We don't want to get into a depression or anything worse than that. I don't think we will. I think the markets are going to come back. They're going to once this news starts to settle in, and once the tariffs really kind of settle in, everybody's nervous because of a trade war. Or the fear of a trade war, but already Canada's backing down again, and I do think Trump knows what he's doing here. But we gotta just see where it goes. I mean, I don't like the idea of tariffs on principle, but I like the idea of being fair about it. And we've been charged tariffs for a long time. Although I do have one question, and maybe somebody knows this. I've heard that the tariffs on Canada, like on milk and the farming goods, I've heard they don't kick in until a certain amount of goods travels to the United States. Is that right? In other words, it's free until they reach a certain level. But I don't know. I don't know enough about that. But they're mostly reciprocal, is what I understand, for these tariffs for Mexico and Canada and China too. But yeah. But I don't know about how they're implemented. I would love to know how it's implemented. In other words, yeah, it's like 200%, but is it? But it only kicks in after a certain amount of goods across a border. And so if it's reciprocal, that means there should be free trade up until that point, and then it'd be implemented. I'm fine with reciprocal tariffs, but reciprocal completely and finally. Yeah, the large print giveth and the fine print taketh away. That's right, exactly. There you go. Yes, indeed. Yes, Mello, I'm certainly bullish on silver stacking. Yes, indeed. Now, the price of silver, it fluctuates. I have my feelings on that. Sometimes that will change slightly, although I'm sticking with my predictions by the end of the year. But anyways. All right, off-grid Dan Adme says the following. Let me make sure I didn't. I did that twice here. Sorry about that. Let me remove that. Says here, I have my numbers. We're not there. They have made friends and some big bucks. As markets, media, dealers always sensationalize hype. I ignored all. My conclusions are based on yearly trends, monthly trends, international pricing based off of exchange rate. Even if I lose, I still win. There you go. That's the right attitude to have. Dollar cost averaging through is the best way. Gold and silver have proven themselves for sure. Prospector James Marshall is here. Welcome, Sarah. Good to see you. John Bannon, screw King Trump's tariffs. His plan won't work. Rich get richer, poor get poor. Middle class won't be one. And I know John Bannon is Canadian, and I understand and I feel you. But remember, mostly, by and large, they are reciprocal, from what I understand. And I'm hoping that the fine print, as Jam Unleashed says, is something that will work itself out. In other words, just on the reciprocal, line by line reciprocal. And if they escalate from that, well, then that's on the Canadians. I hope that wouldn't be the case. But the 25%, I'm not sure. I mean, some of it is sort of a negotiating tactic as well too. But we need to be more independent, and that's part of the reason why Trump is implementing these tariffs or talking about it. Is to get more production into America. And so far, that aspect of it is working. Zoltan says, so much clickbait. Stocks falling since weeks. Gold and silver not yet started to rise. Nobody knows how long this will last. Well, Zoltan, you're not even paying attention. The stocks did fall in weeks, and that's true. And the stock market did get crushed, and gold and silver react. So you don't know what you're talking about, Zoltan. Crazy. They don't even watch the video. They make their comments. This is just the beginning of the crash, and it's real. Okay, this might be one of our legitimate scammers, if there is such a thing. Hello?
Hey, Jim, it's Alex. How's it going, sir?
Alex, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hey, as agreed earlier on the day to call you at 6:15 sharp, here I am, right?
You did it.
Catching a bad time.
You're one of the rare ones that actually stay true to your word. I was supposed to have another lady call us, and I said, make sure you put me in your calendar. I'm going to be blocking out time for you, and she never called. So, Alex, I commend you. That's great.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, but that's what I do.
All right.
That's how I roll.
That's how you roll.
Listen. Yeah, perfect. So, listen. You mentioned to me, I'll make everything simple, right? You mentioned to me...
Actually, you know what? Let me stop you right there, Alex. Alex, let me stop you right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very complicated guy. I'm more than just a simple. I feel like that I have emotions that range in various different areas. My intellect kind of sometimes I go into the weave. I talk about this and that, and sort of things. So we can make it complicated. It's okay. Let's get into the weeds. Let's get into the details of this. Let's talk numbers. Let's read the fine print. I want to deep dive in the fine print, because the fine print always wins, does it not?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, do me this, Alex, do me this favor. Yeah. Do me this, I want you to say this after me. Say, the fine print always wins.
Fine prints always win.
No, not fire prints. We're not talking about fire here.
Fine.
The fine,
No.
The fine print always wins. Say it slow like that. Go ahead.
The fine print always wins.
You got it. That's exactly right. It's kind of like those flying turkeys. Those flying turkeys that are bad in Wisconsin. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like that. You know what I mean? You get the joke, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sir. But listen, I have no intention of causing any inconvenience.
I appreciate that, because my middle name is Danger, so I appreciate that. That's good. Okay.
That's good. So listen, let's get back to business, right?
Okay, let's get. Of course, we've been talking business the whole time. I'm always in business mode, even if we're getting complex and a little bit into the weeds. I love the weeds. Okay, the weeds are my favorite thing. They're the big, beautiful weeds. I'm gonna be right down in them. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. So listen, you make around 98. You won 120.
I earn about $98,000, not 90. 98,000.
98. Yeah,
right.
That's what I'm saying. 98.
That's what she said.
You
right,
won
per month. I won $120,000. I won $120,000, not just for me, but for my redheaded stepchild too.
We do merchant advances. Are you familiar with that?
Okay, we can do that. That's great. That's because she's a merchant, so that's fine. She's gone the seas a lot and very likes to sail. What happened? We got disconnected. We got to get back with Alex. Oh, dang it. I love chicken salad. I want some chicken salad. Come on. Why won't Alex answer? Alex?
Sorry, the line got off.
Yeah, we got disconnected there. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so as I was saying, right, 120,000 is your request.
That's my request. Can we make that happen?
Perfect.
What are the 47 steps we need to go through in order to get there? Let's start with number 1.
No. Simple. There are not many steps.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm fine with complicated. I'm okay with it taking a little while.
Yeah.
If it's not 47, I'm okay with more than just 18. How many steps are there?
Confirm to me a good email address.
What's that? What did you say about the email address?
Confirm to me a good email that you use.
Okay.
Right now, that you have access.
The good email that I use is the one that I'm checking all the time. I can confirm it that it works. In fact, I just checked it. It works. Everything is fine with it. Yeah.
What's that email?
What is it? It's the one that I'm checking all the time. It's the one that I just tested. I just tested it out. It works. Oh, come on now. We got disconnected. Come on, Alex. We got to... Alex. Alex, what happened? What, Alex. Come on now. Give me 3 steps, Alex. Give me 3 steps. Try it again. Give me 3 steps, give me 3 steps, Alex. Oh yeah, Alex, need you to call me back, Alex. All right. Well, maybe the female scammer will call me. Although I do have a voice message. Let me see.
Capital. We spoke yesterday, and you instruct me to call you at 6:15 tonight.
Okay.
So give me a call when you get a chance. My number is 646.
Okay. I don't know why it didn't show up on my caller ID. Here we go. Well, that's the one we just called. All right. Well, let me write this down. I don't want to dox her real quick here. Let me do it again. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Now, and that number did not show up on my caller ID, so that's strange. Okay, here we go. Now we got it. Okay. Let's call it back.
Hello, Richard. How are you?
All right. How are you doing?
Good.
Sorry, I missed your call. My day was just fine and dandy, like semi-sweet candy. You know what I mean?
Oh. Oh my God! You must be working real hard, right?
I'm working at probably about 69% capacity right now, so that's just above average. It's right in between the mutual, sort of the, in many ways, yes, it's right around, 69%. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you? How about you? How was your day? How are you doing?
Very good and very productive, because I usually get up early. I wake up early. But today I slept until 6:30.
Oh man, wow, that's late. Oh man, that's sleeping in. What time do you usually get up?
I usually wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Wow, man.
I go to bed early. I'm like a kid,
I'm telling you, I'm a 2:30 a.m. guy, so
Oh my God, that's the best time to meditate, that.
That's right, exactly. I'm meditating about going to sleep at that time usually. Wake up. What I do is I wake up at 6:30 a.m. and I have a special meditation technique. Here, you want to know what it is? You're going to love this.
Yes,
I wake
please.
up at 2:30, stay in my bed, and I'm thinking about sleep and dreaming. And then I close my eyes and I stay in that meditative sleep. It's called REM, not rapid eye movement, not the band.
Yeah. Yes.
And and that runs me. I meditate for that long from 2:30 a.m. to about 8:30 in the morning. And that's tough, but I have some pretty wild, freaky dreams during that time. The meditation helps. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because that's where we came from, actually.
That's right. It's called the circadian rhythm.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
meditation is amazing. I'm telling
you. I love to meditate. Yeah. I gravitate to meditate. You know what I mean?
Yes. When I meditate, I don't know why, it's like playing a video. All the scenes will come to me.
Yes.
And I know that I'm not dreaming.
Yeah.
Because I still could hear the sound from outside. I'm not dreaming.
That's right.
And all the scenes will come, either from the past, or the future.
Right.
And sometimes I don't even know those people. I say, where are those people?
Same here. My meditation is so deep that when I'm in that state, it feels like I'm dreaming. In fact, it feels like that it's in my mind. And I wake up, and when I wake up in the morning at 8:30 and I go look in the mirror, it's like, boy, that was a wild dream. But I have to correct myself to say, no, that was not a dream. That was a meditative state. I was getting scenes from a memory. Name that band, right? Scenes from a memory. Yes, indeed.
And then one time, I think it was a white female.
Yeah, a
And
white
she
female.
actually, yes, I never met her. And she made me laugh, and I was meditation.
Wow.
She made me laugh. I cracked.
You cracked up? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes.
One time I had.
I said, that is crazy, you know.
Yeah, that's nuts. Wow. The things that we meditate.
I don't know. I think she make like a movement or motion, and
Yes.
then I laughed, you know.
Right, exactly. That's like me. I'm saying one time I had a dream that I made a movement, but it was a bowel movement. Yeah, it was crazy, but you know, that's how we go. You know, but it's a very deep emotional thing, our dreams and our meditative state, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, what's the most meditative state you've ever been in?
I don't even know, because I just let it flow. I think at one time, because I used to follow Joe Dispenza.
Joe Spencer?
Yes.
Ah.
And it was several years ago. Because I washed a winter vest.
Okay. Right. A
and
winter
I hung
vest.
it up in the living room's doorknob.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was meditating, I dreamed that I opened the closet door and put away the vest.
Ah, wow.
So my vest was not dry.
You ever heard of the space dyed vest?
Because that's in the future.
Yeah, it's in the future. You know, the best meditative state I've ever been to was Nebraska. Yeah. That's a good one for meditating, is Nebraska. But yes, indeed. But I find the space dyed vest to be the best one, that I like. And that's really the key and the trick is a space dyed vest, because we're all scenes from a memory, as I mentioned, and also. There's another aspect of this thing that I think, lifting shadows off a ring. You know, if we lift our shadows off a ring, then I think we're doing great. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what I found amazing about it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your business, Richard.
Well, we're in the business. We do motivational speaking here. My name is. We're on the cusp of, there's a guy named Jordan who is a motivational speaker, and I'm trying to think of his last name, but we're trying to follow in his footsteps. Let me see here. Looking it up here. Let's see here. Jordan Chase. Jordan Chase was a great motivational speaker, and I want to follow in his footsteps. Jordan Chase. Yes, indeed, from Dexter fame. And that's kind of what we need to, and so what we're trying to revive that, and the way we're going to do it is we're going to provide promotional material, and it's and that promotional material is going to be printed, but we want to make sure people don't get sick from it. So we're gonna lace the pages with silver. Yeah, that's right, silver. That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow. That's unique.
That is very unique, yeah, but it'll keep the pages clean.
That's important.
Yeah, it's very important, because we want people to be healthy and happy. So Jordan Chase is going to be great, because it's all about taking charge, and that's the thing about it. That's what it's all about. That's what Jordan Chase is all about. We want to live with his legacy. All right, and yeah, and so that's kind of the that's where it is.
Yeah, so that's why you need to gain access to the business capital, right?
Yeah, because we need the silver for the pages, not sticky pages. Just make sure you understand that. We don't want them to be sticky either. We'll prevent that.
Yeah, right.
We don't want them to be sticky. We don't want to use lumen or anything like that. But but yeah, poor old. But sadly, Jordan Chase passed away. He died. So we want to. And I'm very sad about that. But I think that we're going to be able to bring his legacy back to life.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. Yeah.
Yes, exactly right. Because we want to do it because our good friend Dexter Morgan, who really wanted to kind of he wanted to help with this venture, but he got pulled away. on this, and he essentially kind of went to the he was working on the Trinity killers, so he had to kind of move in that direction. So he took that direction. I'm going to go to the silver and the pages for this to make this thing happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm just an 8-inch destroyer. That's what the ladies tell me. Anyways, okay, so that is what we want. And if so, can we get some funding? So silver is sitting right now at $33.02. $33.02. Is there a way we can get it? If we can see the market dip below 33 again, because I feel I'm just slightly a little bit, what's the word? Not paranoid. Superstitious about the number 33. So I want to try to see if we can get silver to dip back below 32. I think it may happen if I can move the markets at the COMEX and my friends at the LBMA and Jamie Dimon. I know him too from JP Morgan. We might be able to get that price back down. So can you call me back on Friday at 6:05 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll reconvene, because the markets will be closed for the weekend. More likely it'll probably be smack down back below there. The old Friday night smackdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I dropped an email. You could take a look.
Okay. Well, can you pick it back up and send it to me instead? Because I don't want it to break.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate. I mean, some people do drop those things, and sometimes they can get very fragile, and there may be sensitive information in there. So if you could just inspect it for any damage and then just send it to me, that would be awesome.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna click send now.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
It will be from Miranda.
Miranda, I love it. Miranda, it's a beautiful name. I love it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite name that starts with an M and ends with Miranda. I love it. All right. So we'll talk to you on Friday at 6:10, okay?
Yeah, okay. So just in case the email lands in your junk or spam email.
I don't. I keep everything pretty clean. I don't have much junk in there. I know no junk. The only junk. I don't even have any junk silver. Now I have constitutional silver, but no junk silver. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I like it a lot.
So check the email, see if you got it.
Okay, I will do that. And we'll see you on Friday. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you. Okay. Bye bye. All right. Yeah, no clue at all. I love it. I like it a lot. Hey, contra Brasil Poducios. Boa noite. Abracios aqui do Brazil. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Brazil's got one of the best thrash metal bands, Sepultura. Yes, indeed. So glad you're here. Good to see you guys. All right. Very good. Let's see here. And where are we at? I have the right to remain silent, but not the ability. That's right. All right. Good to see you guys. And Valerie Price is here. That's right. There's no such thing as junk silver. We got Hollywood is here with us. Right. We had somebody that come in out of the blue saying, "Can I drop a link from my channel?" Well, it's not the way to do it. You gotta stick with us here. You gotta be around for a while. I'm all about shouting out smaller channels, but so many times people come in here, "Hey, can I drop a link to my channel?" No, you gotta earn that. You can't just come in and then, because we'll never see you again. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, Welch Coast Service has just become an honorary citizen. And by the way, thank you so much. While I was on the phone, we had our one and the only Zardoz gift some Salivate Metal memberships. Thank you, Zardoz. Is Zardoz still here? Thank you, brother. How many did he drop in here? So I was right in the heat of the Zardoz had one there, and let me see here. Where's the other one? Let me go over here. I want to see what we've got here. Zardoz, 1 and 5. So let's do 6, 7, 8 push-ups with Master Blasters. Let's do 8 push-ups. Thank you, Zardoz. Sorry I didn't say hello to you and shout you out before. Usually when I'm right in the midst of it, it makes it hard. But let me do, and thank you, Welch Coast Services. So let's do 8. Let's just do 10. I just do 10. All right. Help Zardoz is here. Thank you, Valerie. You're awesome. Here we go. All right. Now let me put this back. All right. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I hope Zardoz is still here so I can properly thank him. And hopefully you guys thanked him as well for me. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. And yeah, where's Gold Chick? And Terry's been in here recently. And Gold Maple's been in here lately, but we have not seen Gold Chick in a while. I hope she's okay. Thank you guys for playing along and got the shows and the band correct. That's awesome. There we go. All right, thank you, Zardoz. Zardoz, thank you, brother. He's off to work. I appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for those channel gift memberships. Very kind of you. Be safe at work, and we'll talk to you soon. You're awesome. All right. Uriah Kaiser, thank you extra for the coffee. That's right. Uriah Kaiser, thank you, brother. Uriah, we had on the other night. He's got a coffee shop and a jewelry and gold and silver shop there in upstate New York. He came on. It was awesome. Yeah, no, Valerie, sadly, I'm not. I wish I was. But anyways, but thank you. All right. And let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Very good. Okay. Well, Curb Creeper, well, thank you for being subscribed. And that's cool. Yeah, just stick around. This comment that's all about engagement with the community. And so, yeah, you're doing good. Just hang in there with us, brother. Michael K is here. Good to see you. All right. And it's just the beginning of the crash, and it's real. Unfortunately, it's been a while, and we are already in recession. Yeah, technically, we haven't got the second quarter yet, but we very well may. And then we'll get into it. We'll see here. We'll see what happens. A good time to buy stocks. Yep, when they're low. So you get in when it's low. That's for sure. And Chad Wolf says here, they've been talking too much about with Fort Knox, talk is cheap. Audit for real. Yep, they need to do a visit and an audit. I agree with that. And Roma 8111 says, everyone is getting tired of winning. I know I'm sick of Trump's winning. Yes. Although I know the nervousness of the markets is something we got to put up, it's got to deal with. Hopefully he knows how to navigate it. Hopefully he knows. All right, let's see here. We've got Matt Bittner with that. Thank you so much. Appreciate the algorithm food. Thomas says here, COMEX 1,000-ounce bars are selling for more than retail. Silver, big guys want the silver. All right, so that's good. The 1,000-ounce bars are selling for more than retail. Now, that is interesting. I had not heard that. More than retail, that's like a couple dollars over spot. That's insane. That's really insane. I've not heard that. I would love to find the source for that. That's crazy. All right. You guys are awesome. Glad you guys are here with us tonight as we move. We've got Kalokawani says, PM's not tanking today is evidence of the wisdom of having God's money. This is a foreshadowing of what's to come. Well, they dropped pretty big yesterday, but they have come around very quickly. Much quicker than I thought they would, actually. All right. And we've got William Rome says, the end of the federal mints in years to come. Interesting. I don't think the mint's going to go away anytime soon, but I could be wrong. Luratitu, and someone else will have it sooner or later, just stating facts. I say sell it, enjoy the money. Well, that's right. Somebody will eventually have it, and maybe some due course in time, and will either be passed on or sold. That's the way it works. That's exactly right. All right. It'd be 3877. Says stock market crushed. Crushed, not at all. Well, that's a huge drop. 1,000 points is a massive drop. That's a crushing of the market for one day. This is merely the beginning of the next buying opportunity. Way too much whining and crying about tariffs, in my opinion. Foreign countries have not hesitated to put large tariffs on U.S.-made goods for decades. It's exactly right. I agree with that. It's more than time for this playing field to get leveled, and Trump is about the only one who's up for the challenging task. And I do agree with that. I think we should at very least level it out. I do agree. Oh, and another point, there's also a huge amount of whining and crying about uncertainty. Life itself is uncertain, so why should business, which is part of life, not be? It is not uncertainty that rules our lives. What does rule our lives is how we manage uncertainties that come to us in life. That's true, too. We adapt, we improvise, and we overcome. This is how one succeeds in life. Sniveling about it does not help us at all. It only prevents us from succeeding. The only thing I will say to that, and to the defense of the people who are against the tariffs, is that it can lead us into a point of no return in the market. We want to be very careful about that. We want to be very, very careful. So Trump's got to be, he's got to thread the needle here. I'm certainly with the reciprocity of that platform. Some of the stuff he's performed is actually going a little bit above and beyond that. But nonetheless, it is bringing manufacturing, is starting to bring it back. Already it's starting to bring that back. So it's just a matter of how that is. He's negotiating, and this is his negotiating tactic. So we gotta see how that plays out. Jolly Joyful says here, resigned. The woman running away. So she wasn't selected for competence to begin with. So who was America's long disappeared gold? Certain elites are looking quite guilty. Team Trump of Power, her replacement with the pro, the America the People pro, tension of America's Constitution, the world will be better off, transform, the anti-human criminal, Western central banking, Mossad. Okay, all right, very good. Well, we'll see. Well, we want to get somebody good in there that replaces places. And I wasn't saying that she was absolutely, unqualified. She does have human resource experience, which is valuable for something like this. But there's a lot more to it than that. We need somebody that knows the manufacturing side, and she had no manufacturing experience. And you're not going to be able to check all the boxes in experience either. All right. And Donald here says this. You know what's funny? When Donald Trump got his first presidency back in 2016, why don't you go look at the stock market and see where it was, and then barely hemorrhaging around 13,000. When Trump got in, he basically doubled it. So I think everybody needs to calm down and realize where that was when Trump first came to his presidency, where it is and where we're going to now. And that's only higher. So everybody sit back and don't get your panties on a bunch and just wait. That's all wrong with America today. They were justified in gratification. We think too much about the markets, about the stock market. Wall Street does not equal Main Street. And as Secretary Besant says, it's a calibration of the economy more towards the Main Street side. So don't get too worked up about the markets. I agree with this. Yeah. Yep. And we're going to see a little bit of hiccups like this, but I think we're going to be okay. I really do. Max 5WM makes some new Indians out of the old gold from melted coins. All right. A lot of them were made into bars. JC says, no, it will go down, but not as much. Afterwards, it will skyrocket. Well, so far, that has worked out to be the case. They went up today. And they have gone up today. My kitten is a grandmaster. Why would Donald Trump be worrying about Fort Knox gold unless he has some type of motive? I think he really just wants to see what's in there and what's in it. And a lot of it was sparked by Elon Musk. But I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to see what's inside of it. But I think you're thinking maybe he may sell it. I hope he doesn't. If that's a motive, that might be a good thing. Michael K., row your rhodium all the way to the bank. That's right, exactly. There you go. Sign Up says the stock market is a satanic place. Well, I think we put too much emphasis on it. However, we don't want the markets to crash either. So there's a fine line there, but I do think that it's got to be something where we move money more towards towards small business. All right, useless knowledge says low silver prices equals lower amounts gets mined. Silver keeps getting depleted. I'm okay with that. All right, there you go. But that depletion, though, will lessen if the economy slows down. Trump was a voyeur. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, North Star Stacker. Wish you had some rhodium. Good to see you, North Star Stacker. Appreciate you being here. Joe Garcia with crypto and stocks crashing. We gold fanatics are winning. There you go. We're holding out pretty good. Back over $2,900 again. Wow, I remember when it was $1,900. That wasn't that long ago. Root Dog says, I can't stand gold eagles. They have too much of the copper tinge. Yeah. Some people don't like that. They're 22 karat gold, but they have a little brighter. They're a little bit brighter because they've got silver in them. They're not like Krugerrands. And the copper in that stuff can really manifest itself in different ways. That's what the copper spots can even come out of the pure gold. They show up there. But anyways, let's see here. Michael K is here. Good to see Michael K. Larry Henshaw says, I would never pay more than $50 per ounce gold, so you know what that means. He's not buying any. All right. Not going to be buying any gold. Been out of stocks for about 8 years now, pretty much all in on PMs. Yes, I understand that for sure. Island, thank you. Island Ariel, thank you. Drone Company. Savage Stacker, buy more gold, people. There you go, Savage. Good to see you, brother. Glad I buy more, says Medio di Fiore. Nice. Taking the opportunity. Numismatic Stacker, Elon Musk has about 5 minutes a day available in his schedule. Is he up to the task? Oh, man. Yes. I tell you what, that would be something. Silver Supplement is here. THS is here. Good to see all of you guys. Appreciate you being with us here tonight. And Maria is here as well. All right. And we've got this. 66 Sam says, nobody told me there would be days like these. Strange days indeed. That's right. Little John Lennon action there. Sledgehammer says here, it's pathetic when I hear everyone rejoicing over high gold prices. It means your economy is screwed and you'll be lucky to get 10% of the spot price because you'll need food. Think about it. Gold is tied to the fiat and stock market and bond market. If you were genuine, you'd want $50 gold and $1 silver. But you all are slaves to the system and have no idea. Well, Sledgehammer, I hate to break it to you, but you completely missed the mark as to why gold is so high. And that is that central banks around the world have been accumulating it at a record pace. And it's not slowing down. I've been talking about that on this channel for a long time. And there's other factors as well, too, such as geopolitics that have moved gold up so high. So high gold prices does not mean that the economy is screwed. The economy really is not screwed right now. We got one bad number from the Atlanta Fed, but some of that very well could be sort of that detox period or reorganizing. And actually, it could be from the gold coming back to the United States. A lot of gold coming in, having a negative impact on GDP. Hawaii silver, silver could go to $50 an ounce or $60 an ounce, and Hawaii silver would never be happy in spite of it being in his name. That's what we come to expect. All right, Michael Rodriguez. I'm not buying nothing at the moment. I waited to see if prices to go down more. Hope to see the day when the stock market falls to 5,000. All right. Well, I don't think silver is going to fall. I doubt it's going to fall below $30 this year. At this point, I don't think that it's going to happen. I could be wrong, but hey, everybody's got to purchase based off of their own understanding of the markets. As I always say, if you think it's going to fall to 24, then hold off on buying. It might be a mistake, but hey, you live with your mistakes, right? But one thing I always tell folks, if you're going to buy silver, and by the way, channel sponsor is Summit Metals, and my views have not changed as to when and how you buy gold or silver just because I have a dealer sponsorship now. However, I will say this: if you go buy an ounce of silver from Summit Metals, and you go to buy a silver round here, let's say you're going to get a cheapo here or something. Let's go over here. See what we've got. Oh, they got a half-ounce Indian now, too. Where is, let's see, they got Morgans. Let's just say a Canadian silver maple leaf, okay? And you buy one of these things, and then silver all of a sudden drops $5. That's sold out. Never mind, you can't get that. But, it drops $5. Then let's say you buy that one, and it drops $5 a Philharmonic. you hold on to it through that time of price going down, because sooner or later it's going to catch back up again. It's about holding. You buy with almost the expectation it's going to drop as soon as you buy it. That's how I look at it whenever I buy gold and silver. I mentally prepare for that potential as a possibility. And when I've done that, I'm never disappointed, because it's really about holding for the long term. That's what it's about. All right. Very good. All right. But thank you. All right. Nobody says the elite know silver's about to crash. That's why they pump and push so that they dump them on you. All right. Oh, let's see. Interesting. Thank you. Red Crawler is here. 79 is here. Good to see Red Crawler. Bill 457 is with us tonight. Fat Gandalf says, somebody told me Joe Rogan was going to be here. You do realize that the Emerald Isle is a pit of out-of-control immigration and DEI policies, right? I did not know that. Wow. All right. Thank you for that. Uriah Kaiser, thank you so much. He says, what do you think about the resistance coming on silver around 33.75 or 33.85? I think we've got room to run up this next week up to that point. I've seen the resistance at 33. So and we're now just barely breaking through it. Hold on. Let me take this scammer call, and we'll reconvene that. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Oh, it hung up on me. Okay. All right. So if we have resistance at that level, and I very well could see that happening. In fact, right now, I think we have resistance at 33. If we can break through this and hold this for a while, then I think that I think we got to hold on to 33 for a little longer before we can get up to that 75, 85 cent mark from here. But yes, it is possible. But I think we might be a little bit early on that. I think we're a little bit early on that. But I do think that's going to be a tougher one. Well, let me put it to you this way, Uriah Kaiser. There is a big industry guy named Eric Sprott. Yep, and check out dripvault.com. That's Uriah Kaiser's shop there. And so it's the 1 year. It's the 1 year resistance trend line. Okay, and see that's a little bit out of it. So that's a 1 year resistance trend line. Okay, probably based off of it barely puncturing through there before, and so I would say that there's a chance if we can get past this little mini resistance to stay above 33 for a while, that we may blow past that, according to Eric Sprott. Eric Sprott thinks if we can hold on to 33, then we blow right past that resistance period. But that's his analysis. I'm not much of a technical analyst, so I don't know. 3250 was a big one. 33 is one that we've held for a while. And so if this 1 year resistance at 33.75 to 33.85, then I think that is quite possible. I think that's maybe we could see it move past that, but I don't know. Creeper, would you trade a 1906 uncirculated $2.50 gold piece for silver rounds with partial 90%? Just curious. Probably not. I tend to hold on to the gold. I usually don't trade gold for silver, even if it's uncirculated or what have you, or for that. I just like, I like, there's more value in a smaller package there. So the gold to silver ratio would lend credence to doing that, but that's up to the individual. I probably wouldn't do it. Yeah, I'm not as big on the technical analysis stuff, but yeah. But I know that some of the basics, kind of where some of that stuff is, but yeah, but we'll see. All right, we did hit 33 earlier in the year, and then it went back down below that. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get back over here. We've got SPQR. All right, a little Roman history guy there. The Roman Republic, that stands for the Senate and the people. Aquarium, I forget what the language is, but basically it's a unity between the Senate and the people for the Republic. Gold bounced right back early morning trading. People coming right in and buying any decent dip in price. if Trump crashing Wall Street and the economy on purpose is to accelerate the reset. Well, there's some thought there that very well could be to reset, and including the monetary system. It could all be working together. Some people theorize that's why the gold's coming back in, and maybe even even silver too. But I don't know. We'll see here. YouTubian, and by the way, you sound like Scrooge. Well, what's the other thing you said before? I didn't see what you said the other way. Over here says, I made a FOMO purchase of 2 ounces of gold this morning, playing defense. Wow. All right. There you go. Well, that's a pretty good move. You're doing well today because of it. Gold's right back up again. Okay, here comes a scammer. Check Stacker is here. Hello? Auto dial. So it's probably going to crap out on us. Gabe Bazender says this here. I have a theory with those metals exploding because they're all using catalytic converters. So what happens to average people when the car's catalytic converters get cut out and stolen? They call for communist government price controls on rare precious metals, nationalization of mines, and confiscation of personal ownership for the greater good. Indeed, I don't have to worry about it because I lost all mine in a boating accident. Yes. Indeed. Well, hopefully they just call the police. That would be easier. That's for sure. All right. And John Bethia, don't worry, be happy. An old song title. What else can we do? Exactly. Hang in there through it all. And we've got my kitten is a grandmaster. Gold and silver took a decent hit today. Indeed they did, and they have recovered today. Wasilla Stacker with algorithmic squares there. Thank you. And we've got this up here from Sean. This morning I ordered 20 more ounces of silver. I'm not backing down. There you go. If gold stays down over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to get another ounce. Congratulations. Way to go. All right. They're back up again today, but anyways. Oh, yeah. Max 7351 says the following. Listen, I don't know about as much as most, but it seems to me that spots will always fluctuate up and down. It's just a nature because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Today was an example of that. I'd be suspicious if they didn't jump around at least a little bit. And has anyone ever thought about what it would do if spot just kept going up without the drops? I haven't. It doesn't look good. For starters, what would be good days be without bad? Nothing. It'd be nothing because we have nothing to compare it to. This is why I say don't sweat what silver does day to day. We focus on what helped and what does instead. Yep, that's right. Forget how much you paid for the metals. Forget what you paid for them altogether. It becomes found money and all profit. That's right. In the end, it will work itself out. It will average itself out. That's for sure. Indeed, it will. It will average itself out. I talk about the market sometimes from day to day just because it's news, and sometimes it could lend to what could be a trend, getting through the resistance points as we talked about. And, we should pay attention to the 33.75 and 33.85 range to see if we can see silver creep up to that level and stay above 33. 33 seems to be a pretty good resistance, and we're right up, butted up against it right now. Best in Mind says God's gift is greater than silver and gold. Indeed it is. You're exactly right about that. Elliot Scott says it's been getting spanked pretty good the last few days. I'm not worried. I position it in my 401s and RRAs for a big drop in the Dow and the S&P wouldn't affect me. Then when the fear settles, I'll toss it back in. I'm up 9% on SLV and IAU. All right, way to go. Playing it smart. Silver Hair Stacker is with us tonight. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. Let's move on to the next comment, see what folks are saying here. We've got Don Armando says, and now it's quiet again around this topic. Maybe Trump will found out how difficult it is to go there and how bad things could become if a significant amount of gold is missing. There must be a reason so much gold is imported from London, and it's not likely due to the tariffs. Yep, very well could be, although I will say that Trump's got a lot going on right now, trying to negotiate an end to a war and deal with tariffs. And there's other things, you know. He's been pretty darn busy, I will say this. He's been a pretty busy president. All right. Thank you, Steve says we got 114 likes. Thank you, guys. John Lambert says here, so I have to ask, who is the powers that can stop the President of the United States and deny him access? I don't think there is any. I think the President wants to see it. He's the boss of the Treasury Secretary who serves at his pleasure. So I don't think there is anything that can stop him. All right. Let's see here. Weak slurps tonight. Oh, yeah, let's get some slurps in for politicians. Sorry about that. I've been busy. This has been a busy night here. I had some scammers and a lot of comments to go through here. You guys are awesome. Oh, no worries, Dean R. I know people are busy, but I appreciate you, Dean. Thank you so much, my friend. Fear, just another F word. That's true. You're exactly right. Kalala wine. Way to go. Wolfman shtick is really annoying. Well, it's not the Wolfman. I'm my own person. Jason, so you don't like it, you don't have to be here. You just go bye-bye. Doug M. 2681 says, I increased my 401k to 60% last week. Won't last long. We are in a technical recession in 2021, and the government changed the definition and started hiring as many government employees as they could to offset the loss in numbers of job losses. It's data math. That's true. Yep. And that's what's happening now, too, because a lot of government workers are being fired or they're leaving on their own with very handsome compensation packages as well. Valerie, how do gold and silver sellers know if metals are really moving or if the LBMA contracts are just spoofing? They honestly, they don't, if they're worth their salt, they really don't care in the grand scheme of things, other than whether or not they're going to sell, because most of them hedge. They have hedges against the movement in the markets. And like most of the bigger dealers, and even smaller ones, they will actually hedge their bets. Local coin shops do it in a different way. WTX Metal Detecting, good to see you. Imposed blackout of PM social networking. All right, good to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it for popping back in. Welcome. Brad Allen is here. Good to see you. Good crowd with us tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me here and hanging out as we go through. We've got Run for the Hills. There you go. THS, I love it. Exactly right. And Green Pumpkin says, we're already in recession. They changed the definition to protect Uncle Joe. Yes, that's right. Very good. And Stacker Factor. Nah. Hey, goodbye. There you go. Yep, indeed. And let's see here. Video Watcher says, people should not buy rhodium. The market is too small and price too volatile, I think he meant to say. Yep, exactly. No, Eagle Steve, I did not ban Gold Chick. I don't know where she is. I hope she's all right. We've been asking about her for a while, but no, she's not banned. Hope she's all right. Diversify, but don't DEI. That's exactly right. Perth Girl says here, if they are, then they may use this as a reason for confiscation. I hope not. Setting up a silver stockpile. Of course, they wouldn't really know how to do it. Be able to make that happen. B. Taylor is here. Welcome, B. Taylor. You guys check out B. Taylor's newest video. He shows some cool stuff that he has bought recently. You can tell that he has a passion for precious metals, the B. Taylor channel does, so check him out. All right, very good. Sean Martin is here, 31 ounces and counting. Congratulations. Bellows Forge is here with us tonight. Good to see you. And let us move up here and see what we've got in the next comment. From Color of Money. And if I feel like I need to say this, if you are in crypto, which is a pyramid scheme, you're an idiot. Stocks is now a dangerous thing to do with your money. Don't even bother. Just keep buying the beautiful gold and silver, and you're golden. They cannot they being the bankers, they cannot crush the price of precious metals because then everybody will be able to buy it. And gold and silver are not in high supply right now. When they say it's too good to be true, in this case, it is. All right. Well, I don't know if I would go that far by calling people idiots that invest in crypto. But anyways, all right. All right. We've got Scott says here, let's get to $40 and $250. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Mellow G says, not sure about the rest of you guys, but I'm stacking tungsten blanks right now. There you go. I've got some tungsten discs. Yep, I do have some tungsten disc. Nobody, 00777. Let me get to this. On the Eric Sprott video, says this. Yeah, silver's going to go to 50 for about a day and a day and a half. Not long for you to dump it anywhere. Unless you're paying the paper silver, which that's made it go to 50. All right. There we go. The paper is driving the markets. Okay. And let's see here. Get up here to the next one. We barely made a dent. We made a dent in the comments, but that's about it. All right. I like Trump, and he is better for this country than any other president candidate. But he says some silly things sometimes. Yep, I agree. If even Americans have lost faith in the dollar and want to stay away from it, then how could it be unreasonable for other countries to do so? Good video, Sal. Yep. And make a good point, Noble Salvation. Lessa Anderson is here. Welcome, Lessa. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. That's right, THS. Every state needs and deserve a state bullion depository. True that. Death Mod. Got to drive her down. The wealthy never pay full price. There you go. There you go. And we've got Drew Bennett. Bennett says here, I went to get a 1 ounce gold buffalo, and this guy that went in before me bought them out, 16 to be exact. The FOMO was real. Wow. Crazy. A lot of buying going on. Crazy. I saw somebody at a local coin shop recently bought 250 ounces of silver in one setting. And Brian, there's some thumbs up. Thank you, Brian. Biggie Bollocks says here on this the following. More important than the stock market getting crushed is the fact that Trump is simultaneously crashing the U.S. dollar intentionally. Getting in precious metals now is absolutely critical for U.S. residents who wish to preserve any wealth. That was the thing that he talked about in his last term, too. He wanted a weaker dollar. So that very well still could be the case this term, too, a weaker dollar. But a weaker dollar still does not mean it's not the dominant currency around the world. But still, there is something to be said for that, which means higher gold and silver prices. All right. And let's see here. Ask Knife says, crazy people, it has a dollar value on the coin. It's money regardless of what anyone says. Especially for coins, it's just whether or not it's the monetary value is in the denomination or in the metal itself. You're falling for Jedi magic if your mind cannot assemble the truth from your eyes, touch, and measurements. Yeah, but that's not the thing. The denomination, gold and silver are money in spite of the denomination. It's the value of the money. Because the denomination is really an insult. $50? Yeah, that's not cracking it. But anyways. All right. Nobody, 1792 mandate, keyword being mandate, is 15-1. Stop breaking the law and follow the mandate. Well, that mandate was based off of a law, which, as any laws are, they can be repealed, or a new law can replace it, and that's what happened. So that law no longer stands, unfortunately. But what does stand is Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, which generally says that gold and silver are money. But the Constitution itself did not define the foundation of that money, or what exactly it is, by weights and measures. which is what the Mint Act did in 1792, to which you refer. All right. Let's see here. All right. We've got Peter Bedford says, CBs are buying gold at record levels. Maybe you should too. There you go. Yep. Be your own central bank. True that. Shadowwork says, I have some gold. I have more gold than any regional bank before bail-ins, and I don't have much. There you go. All right, Shadowwork. Awesome. Yes, indeed. Same hither. Scott Brooker. Says this. Retailers stocked up on goods the last few weeks to hedge inflation fears. Inventory up 26%. Once tariffs kick in, expect a price surge on cheaper goods. Don't buy anything made in China. Let's bring manufacturing back home. That's the whole point for sure. You're right. All right, let's see here. And let's see what we've got here. Slurp my coffee here. What do we have here with this? Sign up says, I'm thinking it passes $50 this year. Well, we're closer now than we have been, but I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, you never know. You never can know. JB says, cool, awesome. Now let's get some cool masculine coins. All right. Well, Venture Gibson really had nothing to do with although she may have had something to do with it. She could have lobbied for it. But it's Congress who mandated the women's quarters. But I digress. All right, very good. All right. Let's see here where we are at. Yes, thank you guys for hitting the like button. And if you want to press the notifications bell too, while you're at it, as JM has suggested, that way you'll be apprised of any videos that make their way across your device. And check out JM Unleashed channel as well. Good variety channel, does a lot of cool stuff with dogs, as well as songs, and other good stuff too. All right. JBYNG says, if it's 90%, it likely came from melted down coins. That's right, exactly. Indeed, much of that gold did. All right. Unconfirmed reports, Al. Yep, unconfirmed report. Yes. Well, it's from the New York Times, so I don't know, from an email that he saw, but we'll see if it comes true or not. Richard Metcalf, it does no good to audit Fort Knox without auditing all 4 response repositories at the same time. Exactly. And determining who actually owns it. You're exactly right. It needs to happen. We've got this comment from Thomas. Says this, there's one aspect of military silver usage I can speak of firsthand as a longtime expert in reliability of electronic circuits in aerospace and defense. Virtually all solder used in aircraft, space vehicles, and weapons is 63% tin, 37% lead, so it does not include silver. Most commercial applications use about 3% silver. Very interesting. Wow. I wonder why that's the case. Interesting. Thank you for letting us know. That is wild. I had no idea that was the case. Dominica Morium says here, rhodium lost 450 today. Yes, and this morning it did. After I recorded the video. What happened to platinum? I know. Everything reversed, as I mentioned. I pinned a comment on that. CCT. Yes, we love CCT. Cybercurrent Twitcher's great. He's here. Nobody says here, numismatic silver moves 10 times faster than bullion. Not necessarily. There's no correlation to that. It doesn't move that much faster. I've never heard that before. In fact, I know that's not true. Fort Knox be a decoy location. I guess it technically could be the case, but I don't think it needs to be the case because it's so well protected. It's such a large piece of property. There's a military base beside it. So I don't think there's a need to have a decoy location. Peter Bartololds, Ludus says, refurbish enough holding silver. We don't need to play those extra metals that go nowhere. All right. Okay. All right, thank you, JM, for posting a link to CCT's channel. Joseph Graham, food service has used this method for sterling items for decades. All right, nice. Good to know. Makes sense. Brown Dog Prospecting says here, let me get to this. I still couldn't believe I bought a Perth Mint brick for $950 Australian. Wow. Over $1,700 now. Amazing. With slight dip at the time, but still have time to receipt from buy. Have a wonderful day, Uncle Sal. Well, congratulations. That's the kind of thing you can celebrate. I've got silver that I purchased at $6 an ounce, $4 an ounce even. And it's pretty amazing. E-Cord is here. Welcome, E-Cord. Good to see you. All right. Yes, indeed. Maria's thinking about buying a platinum coin. Platinum is mostly not numismatic. It's mostly sold by the weight. It doesn't have a higher premium just because of what's involved in making the coins. But most of it is not numismatic. Scott Brooker says his here on the Fort Knox shock video. What are the odds that the coin made it into space? And if it did, it's just more government waste. And that to the superinflated cost of NASA, NASA's $2 billion price tag per flight compared to SpaceX, $90 million. Yep. Well, they did make it into space. 12 of them did, and they came back. Yes, indeed. Not entirely accurate to this day. ROAS solder is used in almost everything today. But what about in the military contracted stuff? I think that's what he's saying. Big J says, I have use of platinum in my lab, but I would not pick up rhodium. Not much market for compounds containing it. Yes, understand. Totally understand that. P. Ryan Limerick on this video. Still not even halfway through the comments yet here. And we're going to have to leave here soon because I got to get to work on tomorrow's video. Always busy working for you. Ryan Limerick, the largest one-day stock market decline in history happened on Black Monday, October 19th, 1987, when the market crashed by 22.6%. Fast forward today's no big crash, but the last month the NASDAQ has declined 11.39 cents. So has Trump succeeded in slowing, allowing the market to deflate like a slow puncture and avoid such a crash in 2025? If so, and more deflation, 11% ahead of us. Then what for silver? Good question. I don't know. Maybe it's a soft landing and what could be coming. I don't know. JB, welcome. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Glad you guys are with us tonight. And 7GSC says gold and silver is on sale right now as far as I'm concerned. Yep, exactly right. That was the case. Red Crawler, thank you so much. $4.99. Thanks for all these videos. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that so much. I'm going to drop in and give you 5 push-ups for that act of kindness. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that so much. And thank you, One Species. I appreciate you, sir. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Nice. Okay. We're making it happen here. You guys are awesome. All right, and D. Silverman says here, we're not going to be going into no recession. That's a double negative. Does that mean we're going to go into a recession or we're not going into a recession? I hope not. I hope you're right. Jade, let's see here. All right, he's got some facts for us on the 33. We'll read this. We like some of this stuff here. Let me get over here, find a blank one. All right, he says, the ultra-rare 1933 St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle $20 gold coins were confiscated from the family of Jones Swit Langboard for the United States Secret Service in 2005. The Langboard family sued the United States Treasury to get them back, but was unsuccessful. Joan Swit Langboard inherited the gold coins in a bank safe deposit box from her father Israel Swift, who was a Philadelphia jeweler and coin dealer. Each 1933 dated St. Gaudens Gold Double Eagle coin is worth in the tens of millions of dollars. They are stored in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Another famous ultra-rare 1933 St. Gums double eagle $20 coin was once owned by King Farouk of Egypt. That's right. That gold coin was bought at auction on July 30th, 2002 by shoe tycoon Stuart Weitzman, who paid $7.5 million for it. 19 years later, he sold it. Well, he didn't mention in this comment, because I said it in the video, that you have to add $20 to that. Oh, he did. There it is. There's $20, because the U.S. Mint had to monetize it. It was not a coin until the U.S. Mint monetized it. Anyways, he sold it for the Sotheby's auction in New York for $18.8 million, making it the most expensive coin in the world. Wow, crazy, crazy. Joseph D. Vines, rhodium down 450. All my jewelry is white, gold, yellow. Rock doesn't shine the same. That's right. Very good. You guys are great. Thanks for being here. Welcome. Lidford is with us tonight. Welcome, Lidford. Cheap Left Kennedy chimes in and says this. They will have to pump the market with ever more cheap currency. Gold will continue higher in the process. All right. Yes, indeed. We'll see what happens. Gold did recover from yesterday's drop. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Hoovervilles. All right, Hoovervilles is what they call them in the Great Depression there. For Herbert Hoover. Let's do... okay, I'll never use Summit Metals again. Let's see what he's got to say. I sent them $19K, and it took over 2 weeks to get my order. I even paid for 2-day FedEx, and they had no record of that. Then 4 gold pieces were dented around the rims, and 2 had scratches, and they questioned my complaint and requested special photographs before they would accept a return, which I have no way of doing this. Well, it's not unusual I've had to do that. If I have stuff that comes in dented or scratches on them, that's common, very common. I understand why they would do that. And I've never even got a thank you letterhead for the parcel for the cheap coin wallet. I'll be going on the YouTube with my gripe of poor service and product from Summit. Well, I'm sorry to hear that it took 2 weeks, but I tell you, Glenn, here's the thing about such a large order like that. Number one is you had to have paid by e-check. It takes 5 days for checks to clear. Any dealer, you're going to have the same situation. It's going to take 5 days to clear, 5-6 days to clear. That's business days. That's number one. And number two, from the time they process the order and ship it out, since it's a bigger order, they got to collect and put the order together. That's a very quick turnaround. That's an extremely quick turnaround. After they do a 2-day FedEx for 2 days. So if you take into account the 5-6 days, if the order was placed on a Wednesday, you got to count 2 extra days for that. They got to put the order together and then they ship it 2 days. They said they have no record of that, but I don't understand what that is about. But anyways, I'm sorry about your experience. And I'm sorry about the dented stuff, but that is not uncommon for them to get photographs. I've had to do that with any place that I've dealt with. They always ask for photographs. But I'm sorry, and I hope that, but yeah, hope you can get it worked out. But that sounds like you're pretty frustrated. So, but anyways, but thank you for sharing your experience there. Not everybody's going to be happy, and that is a lot of money to spend. But my guess is probably, given the amount that you spent, it probably took a little longer. And but the requested photographs are not uncommon at all. All right, let's see here. Very good. Okay, let's see your report from the Treasury Department on the gold. Says Eric Thompson, representing the U.S. Department of Treasury and the Inspector General, stated during testimony in Ron Paul's congressional hearing of the Gold Transparency Act, contained 699,515 gold bars with the finest purity of 0.47 to 49 is fine. All right. So with an average period of 0.90 as of September 2010. Okay. So a range from just under half all the way up. Very good. Wow. Each gold bar weighing approximately 27 pounds. Avodoporus, assuming. Nice. Thanks for that information. Zephiel. He has no way of documenting damage. I advise people to videotape their pickup and unboxing of bullion without edits for their own safety. Yep, that is a good idea to do as well. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that Summit Metals is also documents and videotapes their. I can't speak to that, but I thought I heard somewhere that they also video record their boxing up of the stuff. But yeah. Adam, I had a similar incident and they didn't lie. We're honest and made it right. Stuff happens. Very good. All right, very good. Thank you, Adam. Glad they made it right. Yeah, sometimes some people are going to get very frustrated. I will say that I've heard that Summit Metals is one of the fastest growing bullion dealers out there. They just started around, I think, August of last year. So they're still new. And when growing as fast as they are, they're going to run into some issues from time to time. Although this looks like was a situation where, it's one word against another. But anyways, all right. Well, folks, I got to get back to work for tomorrow's video and other stuff to do. But I appreciate you guys being here tonight and being patient with me. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you taking the time to spend your evening here with me. We're going to be back here on Friday night, and in the meantime, if you missed the videos that are posted today, I hope you will check them out as well. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and I want to extend a multitude of gratitude and leave gratitude to you all. And I want to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.